He needs that money.
Hundreds of pairs
That
of
money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah.
Putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company. I'm shopping, spending money, living life. Money made, all my day.
I think Bud beats Canelo. I've been saying it for a while, skills win fights, not size. That's the core of the debate. Terrence Bud Crawford, a slick, sharp southpaw with elite movement and boxing IQ, is stepping into the lion's den at 168 pounds. The challenge: Canelo Alvarez, undisputed super middleweight champion.
Owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
It's
pay.
neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Mexican boxing icon and one of the sport's all-time greats. With his high guard and powerful counters, Canelo has made a career of walking opponents down and breaking them mentally and physically. But against Crawford, that might not work. Crawford's calm under pressure is second to none, fans and analysts agree. The idea that a single punch from Canelo is going to break him? Take that question back. This is the most composed guy in boxing. During the Riyadh season press tour, the two champions finally came face to face. Silent tension filled the room. Canelo's stone-cold stare met Bud's unflinching confidence. Neither man blinked. Both knew what was at stake: legacy, greatness, and the crown of boxing supremacy. Crawford has defied the odds before.
So, I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company.
Undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147, and now attempting to do the impossible at 168. Critics are torn. Is this brilliance or madness? Canelo himself was hesitant at first. He didn't want to fight at catchweights. He dismissed the idea, claiming he wouldn't get credit for beating a smaller man. But now, he's on board, for the right reasons: money and legacy. Word is, the payday could be upwards of $150 million. And what about Crawford's preparation? No tune-up fight.
To build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
no, okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded
Well,
yet.
everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami, you were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure for the end of the year,
Straight into the fire. Analysts say that's dangerous. But Bud insists otherwise. He's moved up weight and won. Unlike Canelo, who went to light heavyweight and lost. They say I'll struggle at 168, Crawford said. But he went up and lost. I went up and dominated. Don't forget that. Still, it won't be easy. This is a different Canelo, older, slower, but smarter. While his output has dropped, his defense remains elite. Footwork, shoulder rolls, parrying with elbows, and mental sharpness.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind and get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to think about.
Can Crawford replicate the blueprints of Mayweather, Bivol, or even Lara? Many say no. He doesn't have Golovkin's chin or punching power, Mayweather's defense, or Bivol's natural size. But that might not matter. Bud will fight like Bud, one expert noted. It's too late in his career to change his style. He'll fight off the back foot, look for counters, use his feet and timing to frustrate Canelo. But at 168, that's a tall order. Even Canelo seemed to joke about it. Easy money, he reportedly said, flashing a smile
in the description where y'all can watch that in full. And as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather. And when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit lost in the Southern District of New York names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component to the reporter's work.
At the idea of $150 million. But Crawford isn't here to just collect a check. They doubt me because of size, he said. But I've always proved them wrong. I'll do it again. This isn't just a super fight. This is the fight of the century, a collision of styles, generations, and mentalities. One man coming up to make history, the other defending his throne. Can Crawford shock the world once again? Or will Canelo prove that greatness has weight? We find out on September 13, 2025.